Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. There's a bird there, just getting a few worms. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, wherever you are in the world, welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm out and about again. You already know by now, Bonnie and Clyde, the gruesome twosome. Barry and Paul, the Chuckle Brothers, aka Paddy and Willow. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me out and about again on another nice pleasant one this morning, guys. It's a little bit grey, but I'll tell you what, the weather's nice because I like it when it's like this. It kind of like reminds me of Thailand, because I went to Thailand a good few years back, and it's like humid weather. Good for if you've got like COPD or breathing problems, asthma, anything like that. You tend to be able to breathe a little bit better in these sticky conditions. But yeah, thank you to everyone who has liked, commented and subscribed to the channel. You know, we're doing very, very well now. 164 subscribers. To everyone who has done that, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, make sure that you do get over, click on the subscribe button, and yeah, because obviously it helps my channel grow. But yeah, what are these two doing here now? Come on, Willow. Look at her, she makes me laugh in this long grass. She can't spot me, she jumps up like a rabbit. Come on, Padster. Makes me laugh. And I have to be careful. I'm going to go sit over here in this spot, but to be careful because I'm pretty sure this is the area where she went into that bush and she was rolling round. I don't know if I told you. She was rolling around in fox poo, weren't she? And oh my god, it smelt like dead bodies. Like literally, it was like a mixture of like, oh, a little butterfly, baby butterfly. Yeah, it smelt like poo. And put it this way, guys, it wasn't good. It wasn't a very nice experience. I had to shower her twice. I had to stick her into the shower twice. Right, well, let's go over here and we'll sit down. We'll do a bit of grounding this morning as well, guys, you know. Reconnect with nature. Anyone who's out there struggling or feel as though they're stuck in a bit of a rut, get yourself out in nature, honestly. I know I keep saying it, guys, and I'm not going to keep saying it, because nature is our healer, you know. We gain so much peace and clarity. Why do you think our middle heart chakra is green? Look around, everything is green. Nothing is square in nature as well, guys. Go into you know, you go into where we live, think about it, everything is square. Signs, cars, even the lights on cars, buildings, everything's square, because it's designed to keep you in that low vibrational state. But if you come out into nature, everything just flows like energy flows, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was out on the park with my lad yesterday, Maximus, my youngest lad, and we was having a good chat. He had a little bit of he was a little bit upset yesterday. I picked him up and I could tell, you know, I could just sense, Willow, come here, don't you be going in that bush, don't want you rolling in fox poo. It must be behind us, that, but I'm just keeping an eye on her, guys. But yeah, he had a bit of he was a little bit upset, let's just say that, and it, you know, he was taught. I said, well, you know, he's one of them, Max. He holds his feelings in. But you know, I just told him and explained, said it's all right to, because I used to do this a lot, guys. You know, anything that was bothering me, I think I'd hold it in. But you know, you have to feel your emotions and you have to just let them come out and flow, because at the end of the day, you don't let them define you. But you know, once you just let everything sort of like flow and be and sit in it and understand it, then you know, that's when you start to do your shadow work and you start to make sense of things. But yeah, anyway, he was a bit upset because he did, I think he was doing some painting at school. I hope he don't mind me saying. He probably won't mind anyway. But and then he said, oh, he said, I don't know, I think he said it weren't good enough, you know, or whatever. But I said, listen, I listened to him, I said, listen, I said, at the end of the day, right, sometimes in life, you know, we don't always get everything right, do we? but it doesn't mean to say that we can't go back to it again and retry. And, you know, and I said the key is not to give up, mate, you know. And who's to say painting might not be your forte or your calling in life, whatever, but that doesn't mean to say that you can't try your best and give it your all. So I explained that to him. I said, come on, we're not having any gadgets for the next, you know, because obviously that's not helping. I understand now, you know, the way the world is, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Kids do, you know, it's more in people's faces now with technology and stuff like that. So I kind of, what are you doing? Hey, come here. What's this? Don't you be going in there. We're keeping an eye on you, Wilska. Yeah, so I just basically explained to him and told him that, you know, just because we don't get it right first time doesn't mean to say we can't go back and, you know, give it another shot or another try. And I was explaining to him, saying that, you know, you literally are the architect, the artist of everything that is in your life. And I basically explained to him the meaning of God. You know, obviously God is the creator, who created this universe, reality of which we are in. But the way you've got to look at God is everything starts with the mind or a thought, then it goes to a feeling or a feeling state, which comes from where? That comes from the heart, yeah? And then it goes to our body, which is what? An action. So we think something, a bit like me, I thought about this channel, about creating a YouTube channel. I got an emotion of a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety, but at the same time, excitement. And then I used that as fuel, and then I took action. I pressed the record button, and now we are here, guys. Just using that as an example, you could put this into so many different things. But how many times in life, you know, do we have that? Do we think of something and we come up with a great idea, don't we? But you know, and then we get a feeling. Sometimes we might not even get a feeling, and then we dismiss it, don't we? We don't take action. So, you know, that's kind of like, you know, to anyone who wants to manifest or bring anything forward into their lives, use this process. And why I mention God is because, right, I'll explain it to you now, right? G represents the generator, which is our mind, which is what? A thought, yeah? And then you've got O, which is, Willow, come here. Wait, Willow. Don't you be thinking in there. Sorry, guys. I just don't want to go in there thinking for... yeah, O represents the operator, which represents what? Our heart, which is attached to an emotion, yeah? And then we move on to the next stage, which is D, which is the destroyer, which represents our body, which represents taking action, yeah? So when you put all them three words together, that represents God, because you are God in that respect, because we are connected to one consciousness, and we can bring anything forward into our lives with these three very important. So it starts with our mind, an emotion, and an action. You know, and that's all it is, guys. That's literally consciousness explained in 3 simple steps, you know. And we've probably subconsciously done this so many times before anyway, without even realizing, but it's all about putting that positive mindset and thought process in, and saying what you already are, and knowing what you already are. Like I've already stated on some of my TikTok shorts and my YouTube shorts, you know, you've got to get up every day, show gratitude and vibrate on that high frequency, because once you start to vibrate on that high frequency, yeah, your body lets out like look at it like it's a force field, or like because literally energy is just constantly coming out of us and through us and out like a torus energy field, which is literally just constantly around us like a barrier. And if we're vibrating on a positive frequency or a high frequency, then we will attract other high frequencies or positive people or situations or things towards us. Do you know what I mean? So just a few things to think about. Who are you barking at, you girl? Huh? Who's she barking at? She's I'll tell you what, she's very good at detecting things or people. So yeah, just a few things to think about. And also, guys, I've got an announcement to make. I am going to be a dad again. Yeah, Mrs. Detours, she's pregnant, and we went for the 3-month scan yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to be a daddy again. And literally, we actually tried, was it about a year ago? It might have been about a year ago, yeah, but unfortunately she got to a certain stage and unfortunately she lost it, but it is what it is, guys, you know. But maybe it was the universe, the creator God, giving me a sign then to say you are not ready for it, you know, everything that's happening, that this stage of the process at work, because I wasn't how I was now back then at that stage, if that makes sense. So maybe I was not ready for it, but you know, I'm just so grateful and thankful. I'm really happy because it's abundance, isn't it, guys? You know, there's a lot of people out there at the moment, they're scared, they're worried, you know, with what's going on in the world, but I'm a big believer in you create your own reality. You ignore all the media, you know, the scaremongering, because that is there. It is designed to make you vibrate on a low frequency. That is literally what it is there for. So all I can say to that is just, you know, practice the thought processes and everything that I talk about on my channel, and implement that into your daily life and strategies, and you won't go wrong. You know, your life will start to shift and change. Mine's already started to do that now. I can feel it. It's like an energy, because literally that is all we are, is antennas, balls and light, frequency. But yeah, so yeah, number 4 on the way, guys. Fantastic. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that anyway. I'm going to sit here for a bit, and you don't want to see my feet, but then again, I don't know, maybe some of you do, if you're into that. Each to their own. But yeah, thank you so much for the love and support. You know, it really does melt my heart, and I'm really happy with the way the channel's going, you know. And it's just an unknown, it's a bit of an unknown journey, and this is what gets me up every day and excites me. And just, it's kind of like a journey, and just each stage I'm getting even more confident, or I'm learning new skills, and it's like, it's putting me in the creator mode, which is where we're supposed to be anyway, guys, because that's what we are star seeds. But yeah, anyway, for me, Paddy and Willow, I hope you have a fantastic day, and also don't forget to subscribe, like, comment to my channel. Little baby Paddy's here. Say hello, Pads. Have a fantastic day. Peace.